Hey everyone! Today I'll be experimenting with plant propagations. I'll be trying 4 different methods and placing the same plant inside of each of them. The first method I'm using is water. The second method that I'm using is perlite. Remember that perlite is toxic and you should always wear a mask while working with it. The third method that I'm using is pumice. I like pumice because it is more natural than perlite. And the final method that I'm using is moss. Before using it, I dampened it. So the plant I'm using is a succulent called Chrysola of Warda. I'll be giving all these plants full sun and misting it regularly, and I promise to keep you all updated. Have a good one!
Once you get a couple inches of roots on your props, there are 2 things you can do. The first is just leave them. They'll survive in water basically forever, but you won't get a lot of growth because the plant's not getting any nutrients to work with. They're still beautiful though, and I have a few of these around my apartment. Second option is to transfer them into soil. The mistake a lot of people make here is transferring their water-rooted plants directly into soil. Water roots are too fragile for this and rarely survive. So what you're going to do is slowly add dirt into your water, increasing the dirt to water ratio over a few weeks. Eventually your roots will harden into soil roots and you'll be able to take a few of these bundles and plant them into one pot. Just be aware that you might lose a few leaves in the transfer, but otherwise this method has yielded me at least 10 full and healthy plants.
I found these bottles on Marketplace for help. Part 2 of what I do with them. It's some crazy plant lady-ish.
Hey y'all, here's how I propagate Propagate leaves. I basically just take a leaf off with the stem included and plop it in water. In a few weeks you should start to see roots coming from the bottom. Or you could cut the leaf in half and just stick it directly in the soil. And if all else fails, you have pups. An update.
Easy DIY to create your own water propagation station. I updated the sign to use as the backboard, and then I'm going to measure where the magnets will go. I'm using the Rapid Fuse Fast Curing Gel with Gel Control Applicator to bond my materials. The gel doesn't drip and it sets in 30 seconds. While the gel cures, clip some plants to regrow. Next, fill the glass jars with water and plant clippings, which will grow roots that you can later plant in soil. The magnets bond is super strong but allows the jars to be removed and refilled with water.
It's your birthday, we gon' sip Pepperoni like it's your birthday. And you know we don't give a fuck, it's not your birthday. We find me in the club, bottle full of bug, mama.
Oh my god! Oh my god, poor Shelby!
To propagate succulents, start with a thick chunky leaf with an intact end. I let mine callus in indirect sunlight for 3 to 5 days before sticking it in a growth medium. I love water propagating. This is an excellent plastic-free option. This is after 7 days of growth and 17 days of growth. These babies were under grow lights for 12 hours a day. I watered soil with 5 milliliters of water when it was completely dry to touch and topped off water as needed. These pups can be transitioned to soil at any time, but I'm gonna give them a few more weeks.
Half a year ago, my silver ripple peperomia was overgrown, so I split the plant into 3 and took some of the leaves to Propagate a D. I waited some time for the leaves to grow. When it did, I gave away a lot to my friends but had one left. Half a year later, I've decided to pot it. The original leaf will eventually fall out, but until then, I'm supporting it with 2 toothpicks. Make sure the roots are buried and there isn't dirt on the foliage so it can photosynthesis. This is the original plant. It came from OMG, so cute.